I feel like stuff don't matter anymore. I feel like what I predicted, what all other prophets have predicted, even the false ones. The Bible says, beware false prophets. It never said not to listen to them. You gotta sift it out. So it's not ghost stories. The end of the world is happening right now, and I feel a pull. I feel a pull like things don't matter anymore. Stuff that used to matter don't matter. And some of it is age. My uncle warned me, as you get older, stuff that used to matter won't matter. And that is not the matter of fact, but that's one of the matters I'm talking about. Now I'm sounding like AI with practice. So my whole thing is, like bills and rudimentary things, everyday things, the daily hump. Those things are no more. Sunday morning rapture sums up my whole point. The man told that man at the end of that movie, the ending, one of the ending scenes leading up to the ending was, he said, "Don't you understand? Your money is no good anymore." That's how I feel about today's world. Like, money isn't good anymore. We don't even use pennies anymore in America. They discontinued the penny. So eventually, they won't ever run out. Somebody will be able to way how they did it before. Way how they did it before was they stopped taking certain money. Like, I'm not sure which bills, but not all currency is accepted here in America. So sometimes they'll still take an old $5 bill. Sometimes they won't take different variations of different bills. It just depends. It's no way of knowing. You just got to use it to find out. So don't think that you can hoard pennies, and but don't rule it out. You might be able to. They might never outdate. I can't afford to give out that information any further than a few things I'm gonna tell you about the penny. Is that yeah, you may or may not be able to use it, but it has been discontinued, and it was like that for a while with the $5 bill, and I can't afford to get out information, but as far as I can tell you, like very few people had the original fives. Everybody had the new fives, so that was when I was really flowing. Like that money machine, I was really flowing the cash in. I do sound effects commercial. Very few people did not hate on me in my whole life, but the few that did not hate told me I was really good at sound effects, and so in my home, and I do sound effects commercials, and with my voice. So yeah, the $5 bill was like hit and miss, and really it just depends. But the penny, you keep your eyes on the penny, but I can't afford to put too much in enemy hands about the penny. But I'm seeing it. So we will see. Like I say, some things. I'm gonna just discontinue that topic on the penny. But yeah, it's getting to a point where it all matters in the divine plan. People not being able to pay their rent. You can't pay your rent with something that's not there. You can't pay your rent if you don't have money. And if you don't have money, that still equates to the cashless society, because you don't have cash, you're cashless. If you don't have cash to pay for things, then that equates into the cashless society. And I'm not going to get into my financial, where my enemies can access my words. That information only goes to my loved ones about my finances, and I got some things, some tips and tricks I'm going to go over with people who I trust about some ways you can enrich your life and keep yourself protected, some situational awareness training, and that can get you in some lawsuit seminar. So if you are forced to defend yourself, either a criminal who assaulted you or harmed you in any way in your family, and loved ones don't get off the hook for it. So In times it feels really weird, and it's not just my move. It has nothing to do with my move that you know, I'm okay. Like, it's not that I have to move right now, like at the second. It's just something I feel whenever my spiritual growth, when I'm around people, that spiritually I have grown. And I'm seeing some things that are not concerning, because these things must come to pass. And let's go ahead and just say this is another time capsule. My fans want me to release lots of these, so when I'm gone, either by rapture or dead, you have a template, you have notes, and you have things you go back and look over and study. And granted, there is still a way to access YouTube if technology is still a thing. We don't know what not all my visions are clear. I don't know what's going to be here 50 years from now. Will there still be a technology? You know, you will have to at that point extract this footage and put it into whatever the new normal is 50 years from now. People are living longer. I don't expect to see you 50 years from now, but people are living longer. I don't know how much that would make me. I am 43, 50 years. That would make me 90 something. It's possible you might see me old and decrepit, so I won't rule it out. But maybe even longer. You know, it's not that I don't want to get old. It's that I'm looking forward to the other side. So 50 years from now, these videos are going to keep coming though. And if I'm still here, I'll keep helping you. I'll keep helping, and help you extract that footage into what. So now I'm able to see into the future a little bit, and I'm seeing that nothing is guaranteed as far as, you know, because what we was once using CDs to burn CDs, you could burn movies on the CDs, digital copies, and then it was VHS, and then it was be laid out my neck, and then it was Blu-ray discs, and now you don't have to use none of that. You can just stream it from different. And I don't have time to do a tutorial on streaming. No offense. I'm not trying to get into all that, but so it might be something. It's gonna be something. God has put it on my heart now. I can see it. I couldn't see it before, but now I see it. I'm channeling these spirits in somebody. It might be me. It might be my children. It might be my grandchildren and children in Kylie and I's life, and then invent something more. Even technology and phones and camcorders and digital cameras are progressive, but someone's gonna come along and create something better. Someone once told me that somebody's always coming with something, and so you're gonna have to find a way to extract. Don't grow dependent on my footage, because you're gonna have some work to do. I got work to do. You're gonna have to. One of my favorite people to talk to me, when he had a serious talk, he would walk around with his shirt off and grab his chest like that. Maybe he had a heart problem. I have heart problems, so you know, it took a lot of courage for me to admit that I got somewhat of a broken heart, and I just never wanted to admit that I had feelings too, and that, you know, what happened to me in the South, you know, that broke my heart. So, you know, it's just, I mean, to get emotional and get on some other things back to why we're here and your emotional well-being. So, we get into hang on. So I am lost count of how many of these I had. And trying to get to when he was here, when the man that do the maintenance in the building was here, one of many men here to do the maintenance. Something I felt something when he was here. I felt the spirit when he was here, like no other. And it's letting me know the end times is here, like we living in the closer than we were a moment ago to the last, hour. That's, it's chilling. Even though I believe in God, it's chilling for people who believe in, even though you believe in God. And imagine how I couldn't imagine not believing in God and saying last hour. Saying last days, you figure there's still time for the world to be normal, but last hour, that's spooky. So we are last hour. It's like a simultaneously reruns TV show, like a low budget goodie. And the last hour, like I said, it could go on next 10 years, it could go on next 5, it could go on a breath. It could be a breath, and then the rapture come. A day's a number by my grandmother Gwammy used to always say, a day's a number by the hairs on your head. I stole that one from my ex, Gwammy. He said to me that Teddy is LD, he's learning disabled and cannot pronounce granny, so he called me Gwammy. I'm like, that's so cute. That is so cute. Trans, my last ex was trans. And he got the best of both worlds. He got to be a man when he wanted to be a man, and a woman when he wanted to be a woman. So, Gwammy. And make it up for lost years on not knowing that one. Gwammy. When I first met him, I thought that was a woman, but I guess he stopped taking his hormone pills or something, because then the more he started to look like a man to me when he, about a year went on, I was like, that feature, it's, it's human nature to assume everybody called him by a feminine name. I ain't gonna get into all that, because, this trans thing, you gotta be careful legally how you talk about people when they gay or trans and stuff. So I'm trying to be respectful, even though not okay with this man, because there are laws to protect our trans and us. So, but it's still funny because he played me. I'm like, I thought you was a woman. You got a woman's name. You wearing dresses and shit. But as about a year went on, I'm like, he started to act masculine. He was acting feminine before. And his voice would go from like ooh like this to hey, like high pitched like Mighty Mouse. And I'm like, how is he able to fucking with me? You fucking play a mind game. So anyway, Gwammy. It's because it's confusion. Anytime it's confusion, it's not from God's people. I didn't want to be confusing the people. Sometimes I refer to my exes, all three. I say he, she, it. This last one, that's why I got 3 pronouns, because to this moment I'm still not sure. And so more about them end times. I felt something maybe on the bus, even with people who are a nuisance, and to those around. I even felt the presence of God, the hand of God, saying I could take y'all like at any moment. And even more spooky when I see buses go by. So I'm a kind of, I hate to say this, but my good profs talk to me this way. I hate to speed up our lecture, but I'm gonna have to speed this up because my hard drive space on my phone ain't too good. And end times. One last thing, what could I say? So all of those should not perish.